everyone, this is Laura at Lime and Joy, and today I'm going to do a savings challenge video for you. This is my most favorite video because this is where I show you how I take every single thing that I saved in the month, all the side hustles that I did, and I put it towards things like car maintenance, emergency funds, vacations. That way I have everything planned out for the year and nothing derails my plans for having a debt-free journey. So I'm going to show you how to do that. If you have things that have tripped you up last year and you want to avoid that this year, you're going to want to stick around so I can tell you how to do that. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Laura from Lime and Joy. I'm a wife, a medical coder, and a mom of 6, and I'm on a journey to become debt-free and break those generational cycles of debt so the next generation can live and give like they were meant to. And so if that interests you and these things like saving money and cash stuffing are something of your interest, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit the thumbs up so others can find this video a little more easily. All right, let's get straight into it today. Let's see how much money we're working with. And then I'm going to explain a little bit of the savings challenge book. All right. So let me go ahead and get this money. Again, this was just things that I had saved by being frugal on a no spend. If you don't know what a no spend is, I will put it up here, a video. Click that and watch it right after this. But a no spend really contributed a lot to this, as well as being frugal with my groceries and also being doing side hustles and things like that. And sometimes I have a little bit more and sometimes I have a little bit less. But no matter what, I keep trying every month to increase it. So these kind of sinking funds or long-term savings like this are actually fully funded and I can enjoy these things of the year and nothing will derail me. And I'll tell you in a minute how actually this month I've had 3 things pop up that should have derailed me and would have in the past, but didn't because I do savings challenges. All right, let's see this. I have 50 here. All right, and let's do 20s. We have 20, 40, 380, and then 10s. I have 10, 20, 70 and 10s, and then 5, 10, 15 and 5s. All right, 515 is what we have today. So let's go ahead and just start working with that. Now, sometimes like I said, I have a little bit more and sometimes I have a little bit less, but no matter what, I just keep trying to increase it and keep trying the best I can to save as much money to have it left over to do a little bit of these savings challenges every single month. All right, we're going to open this up. I have made my envelopes pretty much match my savings challenge book. I did that strategically so that I could have them correlate. So this is how I do my sinking funds. Everybody does saving challenges a little bit different. You could just do one at a time, like 100 envelope challenge. This is a $10,000 envelope challenge, but they come in 5,000, and there's even like a 52-week envelope challenge for low income or high income. I will post all kinds of savings challenges below from some of my favorite Etsy people that you can find yours, or go onto Pinterest and simply look for free printable, and then you can start your saving for whatever it is that you need to save for today. Always make sure you start out with that emergency fund. This is going to be really important to have that $1,000 emergency fund. I already do. It's sitting in my Wealthfront high yield savings account, making 5% interest for me, which is fantastic. But I always grow and try to get more and more every year. And I'll actually talk about in a minute how it's already saved me this year. And I'm happy to continue to do this every year. And I'll tell you why. Okay. So I've just assigned every savings challenge to something else in my life. At the beginning of the year, I planned out all my sinking funds, my low term, my high term, and my cash envelopes. And I kind of looked over the whole 2023 and say, how much money did I end up spending in these categories? And that's the amount that I set for it. I put that in my budget book, and then I went ahead and made each envelope that kind of correlated with those needs and assigned them to a savings challenge. So this book somebody actually sent to me. This is from One Hill on the Design, and each book will be different, you know, for somebody else and someone else's needs. I'll link a few of the really good, I think, 2024 savings challenges book below. But whatever you get, assign something to it and then start saving. All right, so for sports, I've decided I'm going to color in 3 of these today, and then I will go from there. So let me go ahead and do that really quick. All right, that is it for that one. And now I'm going to go ahead and fill it. I'm going to round up 24, you know, it's like 48 3 times, but I'm just going to round it up to here to 50. Oh no, I'm sorry. Actually, it's 72. What am I thinking? So let's go 50, 60, 70, and let's add a 5 to it. And that will go towards sports. This has been really helpful. My boys play baseball and rugby and like a ninja thing. And so saving up beforehand and not having to dish out a bunch of money on the spot from nowhere has been nice. This has kept it so I don't feel like that mom guilt and put it on the credit card or make a bad choice last minute. So that's been really nice. And bear with me, if you're not like a coloring kind of person, there's going to be envelopes, there's going to be even scratchers. You got to figure out which savings challenge is best for you. So then next, this one is just college. So I've assigned, there's different amounts that I can make these. I'm going to make it $40. So I'll just color in this one right here for 40. Now, the way I do it for college is whatever my daughter pays, I go ahead and match. She pays $1,000, I pay $1,000. She pays $40, I pay $40. So whatever she puts towards her loans or puts towards her savings, if she's met her loan for that, you know, time period for that semester, then I keep matching it. So it's hopefully to help incentivize and help that, you know, they have buy-in. So that's been good. All right, let's take 40 here and put it towards college. Now, this money I'm not going to keep into this. I just want to say that. I would not keep this much money at home at all times. So very soon, probably in a few days, I will be doing a cash condensing where I take all this money and I put prop money in its place. Let me show you. These are prop money that I would use to put in its place. I would just take like, but if it's 100 in here and I put 100 in it, and then I take that money over to Wealthfront where I make that 5%. I will put a link for Wealthfront below, but it's super, secure. It's FDIC insured, actually up to like $2 million. I know it's hard to believe. I will show you right now. It didn't start out that way, but it's grown and it has a lot of different backers. So it's been really good. Another good one is Ally Bank. And there's a few other ones that are really secure and good to use. Do your research. Do what works for you, but I've really liked them. I like that I can have a debit card, and so I even have kind of like an extra fund in there that I use as a credit card if I feel like I'm in an emergency somewhere without using a credit card. That way I don't go back into debt. It's like I pre-fill my credit card. It's been amazing, and it can transfer it back to your bank pretty easily, which I really like. Okay, so let's see how much we have here today. We have 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40, 60, 80, 2, 10. Yeah, so that definitely needs to go to the bank. Plus, you don't want your money sitting here and devaluing. You need your money to make money for you. All right, so college is done. My next thing, a priority, is an emergency fund. So let me talk about this. I had something come up where my dryer broke. And then my dishwasher broke, and then my husband had a rock. I'm going to show a picture. It's terrible. A rock hit his window so hard that glass flew on the inside of his vehicle and hit my son in the face while they were going to a rugby travel game. And so I had to pull from my ongoing emergency fund. Like I said, I already have one in Wealthfront, so this is just to make it larger. But my ongoing emergency fund and part of my house maintenance and part of my car maintenance. But as you can see, there's still money left. This is because every month I've been putting money into here. And so just to see that hard work paid off, this is why you do it. I totally love Dave Ramsey. I love what he does. But I kept trying the Dave Ramsey method and I would go backwards. I would do like 1 or 2 steps forward and then 3 back, and then 1 or 2 steps forward and 3 back, because emergencies happen, things happen. And so this has been the game changer. These long-term sinking funds where I try to save as much money. I try to make extra money doing, extra hours at work or side hustle stuff like YouTube and digital downloads and babysitting and selling things I don't need around my house. And then I'm able to put it towards things like this so it doesn't actually derail my debt payoff journey. So this has been total game changer for me. Today, I think I'm going to do, in my emergency, to help beef it up a little bit more, we've done one of each of these rows. Let's just do right here, let's do this $40 one. So I also think for having a large family, I would like to have more like 3,000 to 5,000, and I only have about 2,000 in my emergency fund right now, but that's because I'm still in a debt payoff. So I can't wait till my debt's actually paid off, and then I can really beef that up. All right. So let's get 40 here. And so now we got 50 going already in my ongoing emergency fund for this year. All right, next is that house maintenance, and this is the one that I have going for house maintenance. All right, it's going to be the dozen roses, and I'm going to do this larger one, so 20 times 5, that's like $100, right? So we'll do 20, 40, 60, 81. Again, just to beef it up because I've taken so much of it now that I feel like I need to put some money back. Okay, let's go ahead and color in this really quickly. All right, there we go. Perfect. Let's see what we have in house maintenance now. All right, we got 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 180. All right, so it's getting there again. It's going to have to re-go up. And I have set it so that hopefully each of these have like an amount that I'm trying to go towards. Once it's fully funded, I'll put a fully funded tracker in it, and I'll be able to put more money towards something else. So I'm excited to get to that point too and keep moving forward with that. And that amount was determined on my planning for 2024. And if you need help planning yours out, I'll put that video here. I felt like it was really helpful to kind of break it down, and I expressed how I thought that through and how I figured out those numbers. Okay, for car maintenance, I'm kind of just doing one up. Let's do the 20 and the 10 because that's not very much. Let's do a 20 here. All right, we got that $30 there. Let's do this. This is a huge one for me. I don't know, for years, my car seemed to drain everything from me. And so whatever is draining you the most last year, make sure that's where you're putting most of your money. And I do want to just say, when you first start off, not to maybe overwhelm yourself with a bunch of them. Pick your top two things that threw you off last year. Get those fully funded and then do this. If it seems daunting, just start with 2. 120, 40, 60, 70, 80. Because I have heard some people will do a bunch right off the get-go, and it just feels hard to fully fund them, especially if you're on a tight budget. But also, if you're on a tight budget, don't do them. I think that when I was on a tighter budget, I probably would have just started with the car maintenance and then maybe done some house maintenance, and gone from there. Because not doing anything because you're tight, that's where it can get yourself in trouble. All right, so now we have the 1 month ahead. Let me see. Let's do this one here. The 1 month ahead fund that I'm saving up here for is so that I really want to pour more money into it, but because of the debt and because of trying to focus on that, I'm not. But I'm really excited to start my 1 month, get ahead fund here very soon when I'm debt free, so that I can always have that extra money in my bank and stop living that paycheck, grind that we all find ourselves in. All right. 25. So I like to just do a little bit in it every time and then take that money to Wealthfront, so that has a little bit in it when I'm all done with this. 20, 40, 45, 50. All right. Next is vacation. And now I have had people ask me, like, why don't I just throw all my money into debt to get it paid off quicker and not do this? Honestly, because I lose steam. These trackers and I'm not even a huge person who loves coloring, but doing this kind of savings challenge has totally changed the way that I did money last year. And I was able to save way more while paying off 18 grand in debt. So I know it works because I'm not a huge even saver, and it worked for me. So I feel like if it works for me, it can work for anybody. Okay. We're just going to do one of these easy ones here because vacation is definitely not a priority. It's always a want, but not a priority. we're trying to do no spend for 4 months in 2024. So this will be more for things probably like little beach fees and things like that in the future. Okay, so we're just going to do 10. That's labeled right there. And I just kind of set these each to a different price. So right now we have $20, $40, $50, $5 in vacation. And I think it's like $10 to go to the lake near me. So that's perfect. That's a few lake days already. All right. Extra debt. If I do any kind of extra fund savings, I'll do it sometimes. But right now I think I'm going to head straight over to Easter because it's coming up. And then we're going to do a scratcher after that, okay? So Easter, I've set each of these to a different price. I'm going to color in a bunch today because Easter is coming up really soon. So I think what I'm going to do is one large one, one medium, and 3 small ones really quick. And then we can move to doing the scratchers, which is from, let's see here, because St. Patty's Day is coming and I definitely want to get them all scratched so it's ready for then, okay? All right, let's go. All right, that's it. I kind of did 2 mediums, but we'll just say we're going to count it as, because I budgeted for 1 big, 1 medium, and 3 small ones. So that's going to be, what, we got 30, and then 20, and then we're going to do 3 10s. So what do we got? We got 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 into Easter, which goes into my holiday fund that I use for the next holiday coming up. And I always try to leave extra in it so that I can start building up for Christmas. So 50, 100, 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. So that definitely needs to get well front too. All of these I need to get off there so they can start making money immediately. All right. Now on to a scratcher savings. So if you're not much of a keen person in coloring, then definitely a scratchers might be more up your alley. This is where you can avoid that coloring at all costs if that's not your cup of tea. All right, each one of these is a different amount. So if you can see here, we have the horseshoe for $1, the 4-leaf clover for $5, and the rainbow for 10. So I'm actually going to finish this whole thing. So I'm going to scratch them all and then we'll see. I'm going to add them up as I go on a calculator so I don't get confused on what I scratched or didn't scratch, okay? So let me grab that really fast and we'll go from there. Let's start from the top and work our way down. All right, 53. Woo, that was a lot of work. A lot more than I thought it was going to be. Actually, my fingers are a little bit tired. So let's go ahead and get that 53, 20, 40, and 50. We'll do round it up to 5. And we'll put that straight into here. So, and this will even go towards like, you know, for St. Patty's Day, I always do, what is it called? Corned beef and cabbage. And so it'll go towards that. It'll go towards it all. All the fun little stuff for if the kids have to bring anything to school or if I want to do anything fun for them. So in holidays now we have 100 and 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 80, 92, or 3, 10, 20, 30, 5. Perfect. All right. Last but not least, we're going to put this little leftover into my 100 envelope savings challenge. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, got stuff everywhere there. And we'll go ahead and put this off to the side up here. Okay, so what I do if you're new here for my 100 envelope challenge is I fill a little bit each time, and then once that is filled, actually I think I accidentally put that there, but this one is not filled. I fill a little bit each time, and then once it's filled, I put it back here. I'm pretty sure, because if I remember right, that I did not fill this one completely last time. 176, we got 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 35. So yeah, no. So what do we got here? We got 176 minus 135. We need $41. We're going to just round to 40. Most of the time I always round up because I don't have a 5. I'll do that. So 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 75. There we go. Perfect. And all the rest are usually round up, so we'll have extra in there at the end. No big deal. Then I go ahead and I put it in the back. When I go ahead and do a cash condensing, these will also be cash condensed and taken to my Wealthfront account so that they can make money for me instead of them sitting here. Plus it's way too much money and it's devaluing, plus it's not safe. Once that happens though, I do want to show what I do is I put in these little trackers. I don't know if you can see them, but there's little trackers that stick out. And it's kind of nice because that means all of these are already in my Wealthfront account. So basically I just get these little trackers and I put it in whatever one matches. So I'll find the one that says 178 and I will match it to it. Or I'll find the one that says 42 and match it to it. That way the money can be in there, but I can kind of have a visual of how close am I to finishing this challenge, because I still like that visual. So as you can see right now, I am doing pretty good. About, what is that? Maybe a little less than halfway there. It's getting there. It's getting close. All right, let's see what the next one in the queue is, which is 44. So we have 20. So we're just going to take that 20, put it straight in here, and I will finish filling that next time because you can only do what you can do. Put that in the front, and that is it. I am done for today. I hope you found which one was intriguing to you. Maybe some ideas on what kind of sinking funds you need on your savings challenge book so that you can make sure you're prepared for those emergencies along the way. I'd love to hear if you have an emergency or sinking fund that I didn't have that you found super helpful because it kept tripping you up. That way we can sharpen one another. If you have any questions, always please put it in the comments below. I'll put some cash stuffing and some inspirational videos here that keep you going on your budgeting journey if you're new to this cash stuffing world. And always please find joy in your journey, and I'll see you next time.